Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Justin Fields has the team rolling through the first few weeks of the season, and he has earned the right to be the starter for the rest of the season.
He's doing an awesome job doing what we're asking him to do.
How's it going today? My name is Jesse McNamara, and welcome to Point of View. Before we get into it today, I just want to say we always appreciate your feedback and look forward to reading your comments like the one we've got here. Also, be sure to stay tuned to the end of this episode to see if you can guess today's trivia question down below. To today's topic, should Russell Wilson start packing his bags for his next stop? He was supposed to be handed the reins to the team, but a calf injury has kept him out to start the season, and Justin Fields has taken full advantage in his first season in Pittsburgh. I think a lot of us thought Fields would be better than he was in Chicago, just from an organization standpoint, but I didn't have them tagged as an undefeated team heading into the final weekend of September. I mean, he was just 11-29 as a starter with the Bears. Even that's a little inflated by winning 4 of his final 6 games of last season. But his start to this season just proves how much the coaching staff and culture around a young quarterback can make a difference. In Sunday's win over the Chargers, Fields completed 25 of his 32 attempts for a score and a pick and added another score on the ground. His 78% completion rate was as high as since Week 4 of 2023, and he had his 3rd straight game with a passer rating over 90, which he hadn't done since Weeks 8 through 10 of 2022. And this is all coming after an offseason in which he mostly got backup reps and planned to see the field later in the season, if at all. But he's made it obvious that the Bears didn't fully ruin his confidence or his football instincts as shown by this rushing score. The Steelers were tied for the 2nd worst red zone touchdown percentage in the league heading into Week 3, so he took matters upon himself to improve it. Here, he reads the defensive end perfectly and takes the ball straight ahead, showcasing his elite speed. This is the exact level of play and start to the season that the Steelers were expecting from Russ, and there was hope that sometime in the future, Fields could step in and pick up where Russ left off. What he's done so far is possibly better than anything Wilson could have done just based on his Broncos tenure. I mean, Fields is pacing to set his own career highs in time to throw, pressure to sack ratio, and big-time throw rate. All things that he was criticized for in Chicago that he has turned into an undefeated start for Pittsburgh. It's clear he's feeling a whole lot better than he had to start his career, and he's expressed as much in his pressers. Here's what he had to say after Sunday's game about his comfort level at his new destination.
I think I've just grown a lot over the past year, over the past few months, really just this year. So definitely feeling more confident and more comfortable out there on the field.
Confident and comfortable is not how he looked with the Bears, and we've already seen Caleb Williams struggle with a lot of the same things Fields did in his time there. It makes it pretty clear who was the main problem, and it wasn't the player himself. Most would agree with me when I say Mike Tomlin is a better coach than Matt Eberflus, and when Tomlin instills confidence, it means more than other coaches, and it came through on Sunday. Fields was allowed to push the ball with under a minute left at the end of the first half to get in position for a field goal attempt, and in the 4th quarter with a 3-point lead, Fields was allowed to throw the ball on 2nd and 7 when they could have easily elected to run some clock. Both decisions proved to be game changers and things we really never saw in Chicago. And that's got guys like former Steelers safety Ryan Clark saying Fields should be the starter going forward, and I find it hard to argue. You couldn't expect a better start to the season even if Russ was healthy, and Fields is 10 years younger than Wilson. Fields is the future of the franchise. It just so happens that the future arrived earlier than expected, and I think that's a good thing. And as we mentioned, even with Caleb Williams, the Bears are still the same old Bears. For more on that, check out this past episode of Point of View. And the moment you've been waiting for, here's the answer to today's trivia question. We appreciate you tuning in. We will see you in the next one.